If I took your PC budget from $600 to $2,000, here's the single best component I'd upgrade at each step to get the most FPS for your money. Ground rules. I'm targeting buttery 1080p and smooth 1440p quietish builds and parts that won't box you in next year. Prices move, so think in tiers, not exact dollars. Tier 1, $600. The best component is the GPU. Full stop. Radeon RX 6600 or 6650 XT, that gets you legit 1080p high settings. Pair it with Intel i3 12100F. B660 motherboard, 16GB DDR4 3200, 1TB NVMe, 550W PSU, case with 2 fans. The CPU's fine, but every extra dollar should chase GPU. Tier 2, 800, still the GPU. Radeon RX 6700 XT, RTX 4060 for DLSS 3 and creators tools. I'll bump the CPU to an i5 12400F. Move to a reliable 650W PSU. Same 16GB RAM is okay. Watching 32GB prices. Tier 3, $1,000. Yup, GPU again. RX 7800 XT for pure raster value at 1440p. RTX 4070 if you want DLSS and better power draw. I'm still fine on the i5 this 12400F. DDR4 and a mid-tier B660 board. Toss in a better tower cooler so the CPU doesn't spike. Tier 4, $1,200 to $1,300. Upgrade the CPU platform. Ryzen 5 7600 on B650, 32GB DDR5 to 6000. This unlocks future CPU drops and smooth 1% lows, especially in open world and sim games. Keep the RX 7800 XT or RTX 4070 you already chose. This swap tightens frame times and makes your whole rig feel snappier. Tier 5, $1,500. Back to GPU. RTX 4070, super for max efficiency, 1440p, with ray tracing and frame render. RX 7900 XT for raw raster and big VRAM. With a Ryzen 5 7600 B650 32GB DDR5 foundation, you're cruising. Add a 1TB plus 1TB NVMe split for games and scratch. Get a quality 750W gold PSU. Case with mesh front and at least 3 fans. Tier 6, $2,000. GPU crown, RTX 4080 Super, 7900 XTX if you prefer AMD value at 4K. Pair it with Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. That chip slaps in competitive shooters and open worlds because of the cache. Keep 32GB DDR5 to 6000 CL30-ish. B650 board with good VRMs. 1 to 2 TB Gen 4 NVMe, 850W on gold PSU, 240 meters I/O or beefy air cooler to keep clocks up. Quick wins that save headaches. Compatibility, GPU length versus case. Cooler height versus RAM. BIOS CPU support. Cooling, 2 intake, 1 exhaust. Airflow first, RGB second.